Each week, American Artifacts takes viewers into archives, museums, and historic sites around the country. The American Antiquarian Society in Worcester, Massachusetts, is an independent research library founded in 1812 by Revolutionary War patriot and printer Isaiah Thomas. American History TV visited the library to look at some of the highlights of their collection. In this segment, we learn about the first Bible ever printed in America.
The first Bible printed in America is this volume, and it was printed in 1662 and 1663. And it's quite unexpected. When people look at it, they're quite surprised. It's in the language of the Algonquin Indians. Reverend John Eliot was the minister in Roxbury and Massachusetts, and he took it as his charge to educate the New England Native Americans. And he learned their language, and he worked with two apprentices who were natives themselves to translate the Bible. But the Algonquins didn't have a written language. They didn't have an alphabet or a syllabary of any sort. So what he did is, using Roman letters, the same letters that would be used to print English words, he wrote out phonetically the words in the Indian language. And sometimes they didn't have a word, or the proper names would be written phonetically, but they are the names that we're familiar with. I was just looking at this page earlier. You have no idea what these words are, but every once in a while you come across something like Nebuchadnezzar, and you know what that is. The attempt to educate the Indians by Eliot was largely successful in the late 1600s, and various praying towns were established, not only in Natick, but in places like on Martha's Vineyard. But with the war, the Native American War that we call King Philip's War, there was such resentment of the Indians that many copies of the Eliot Indian Bible were destroyed, and he had to set about a second edition. But this is one of the rare copies of the first edition. We have the second edition as well.
You can watch this or other American Artifacts programs at any time by visiting our website, cspan.org/history, and watch American Artifacts every Sunday at 8 a.m., 7 p.m., and 10 p.m. Eastern on C-SPAN 3.